pick him up.
All right, Christa, the rebuttal arguments of prosecutors are very much like redirect examination of any lawyer. You get square to the point. You try not to re-argue your points. You only get up there if you feel that blood has been drawn, at least in my opinion. So what did you think of the prosecutor's effectiveness with regard to the argument he was making in his rebuttal?
To your point, Bob, you have to be very surgical with a rebuttal because you don't want to say too much or argue too much. You want to get right to the point. And I think that the problem that he had was he was a bit all over the map with his rebuttal. It wasn't as surgical as it needed to be. He talked about how we did this. We had to tie her up. We strangled her. And then he later argues that, of course, she didn't have blood on her because she wasn't there when the murder actually happened. She just made the phone call. So there was no evidence that they did anything together, that Chad and Erica did anything together, except for potentially the removal of the body and the covering up of the crime. And Erica calling the pizza delivery, right? So I think that he wasn't as surgical as he needed to be, but he understood that blood was drawn. And I think that where he was going with this is where the blood was drawn was in the testimony of Chad Cobb, going back to our earlier point about how Chad was not as truthful as he needed to be on the stand. So I think that was kind of where the prosecutor was focused.
Yeah, Gigi, I think there could be agreement there on my end. It was so well done by the defense in summation.